This is your News Source Evening Bulletin for today, Friday the 29th day of March in the year 2019. Here's what we're tracking tonight. The Caribbean Court of Justice has set the 10th of May as the date for all hearings related to the no-confidence motion in Guyana that was invalidated last Friday by the Guyana Court of Appeal. The opposition leader Barra Jagdeo and attorney Christopher Ram have filed appeals with the CCJ, seeking a reversal of the appeal court ruling that the no-confidence motion was not properly passed. They were both hoping that the Caribbean Court of Justice would have heard the case and render a decision before the end of April. The current voters list expires on April 30th. A new list will have to be generated in time for the next elections. The president of the CCJ, Justice Saunders, today told the attorneys in the matter that they will have to file written submissions by the 17th of April, while replies to those submissions will have to be filed by the 23rd of April. All hearings in the matter will take place on the 10th of May. On that day, the attorneys representing the various sides will have to appear in court at the CCJ to present their arguments and face questions and offer clarifications. Justice Saunders said he expects that all the attorneys will be in court and not join the hearings via Skype. Additionally, the Guyana Elections Commission will join the hearings as a party to the matter. Last Friday, the Guyana Court of Appeal invalidated the no-confidence motion against the government of Guyana on the grounds that an absolute majority was not obtained to pass the motion. 2 of the 3 justices of appeal ruled that 34 votes were needed instead of 33 to successfully pass the motion against the government. They noted that a simple majority and an absolute majority could not be seen as the same. More news coming up in just a moment.
Hey babe. Hello? Is Don Me Quite just done?
Buddy, you need to switch to GTT Fab 5.
Fab 5?
Activate the GTT Fab 5 plan today. For only $5,005, you get free unlimited calls to 4 of your closest family and friends, 5 gigs of data plus 250 text messages, and your Fab 5 friends can call you for free. GTT Fab 5.
Oh, y'all like the switch? Wicked Fab 5!
GBTI is your Guyanese bank, a bank that understands every customer's unique needs, opportunities, challenges, and financial concerns. At GBTI, we see you for you. Whether you're buying a new home or car, planning your next vacation or retirement, saving for your child's future, or whether you're ready to take that bold step of investing in your dream business idea, we are with you every step of the way. We hear your stories and watch you focus on your dreams as we share your aspirations. We are more than just banking. We are a family. We are part of your community. Our commitment extends way beyond the walls of our branches and is demonstrated every day in the opportunities we provide to our individual and business customers. The support, time, and commitment we give back to communities across Guyana to help improve the lives of our Guyanese families. Because we see Guyana through your eyes.
It's the most trending girl in Guyana. Somebody say Lola Doll. She presents her 2nd annual birthday party, Saturday, March 30th. It's the red carpet affair. Somebody say Lola Doll.
Independent gal, real number 1 trending gal.
All going down in the real nightclub.
Oh, I heard it's one of the hottest nightclubs in Guyana.
Who's live on the set? Cena, DJ Energy, Select Andre, and Gully Rasa Diamond. People, I want y'all to look out for celebrity guest appearance. Stay in tune. Know what's going down. Follow Lola Doll on Instagram and Facebook right now at Lola Doll _ Miss Important.
Saturday, the 30th of March.
Get ready, Lola Doll, big birthday party. It's the red carpet affair. Yo, the party that not normal. So all girls, make sure you get your nails, your hair, your makeup done. You don't know Lola Doll said pretty girls.
No girl can't see me a cause problem. Them a man clown for me walk on.
Sponsored by
Hits and Jams Entertainment.
We are legions of men standing strong, but never too proud to stoop and help someone. We must send a clear signal to all. Do right walk in upright ways, knowing that's what being a man is all about, and ever aware that things will only get worse when good men do nothing. Stand strong. Be the one to live right.
Welcome back. State Minister Joe Harmon today said that the government will await the appeals of the Caribbean Court of Justice before it acts on the ruling by the Chief Justice and the Court of Appeal that dual citizens should not be sitting in the Guyana Parliament. Both the government and the opposition have members of Parliament who hold dual citizenship. Minister Harmon, who holds both Guyanese and American citizenship, today told reporters that the matter is engaging the courts and at the appropriate time the government will take action.
In that regard, the attorneys representing the state will advise the government with respect to the situation with members of the government that are dual citizens. So in that regard, I will say that this matter is still engaging the attention and Cabinet has not made a ruling on it. In that regard, it is contemplated that on the 11th of April 2019, when the National Assembly sits, that all of the members on the government side will be there.
Pressed about the government recognizing one part of the Court of Appeal ruling while ignoring another part, Mr. Harmon said that is not the case, adding that the government will abide by the ruling of the Caribbean Court of Justice.
I am not illegal. I'm not an illegal sitting. I am representing constituents. I do not sit there on my own. Members who are in the National Assembly sit there as representatives. First of all, you are extracted from a list, and that list is made up of persons who would have actually been elected within their parties. When you sit there, in fact, our parliament at the present configuration, you sit there, you represent close to 5,500 persons. So you cannot, on your own, get up one day and say, no, I'm not sitting here anymore. So all of these things have to be considered. I am a representative. I'm a representative of a list, and a list that represents people.
The Minister of State and at least 2 other members of Parliament on the government side are holders of dual citizenship. On the opposition side, 3 of its members also hold dual citizenship. The opposition plans to boycott Parliament until the CCJ offers a final ruling on the no-confidence matters. While the opposition will be staying away from the National Assembly, its dual citizenship members will also hold on to their membership of the National Assembly, although at least 2 of them have indicated that they intend to give up their foreign citizenship. Turning now to the aviation sector, Fly Jamaica Airways is hoping to restart operations in a couple of months, according to a statement from the airline's Chief Executive Officer, Captain Ronald Rees. Fly Jamaica cancelled all of its flights and grounded operations back in November of last year, when its 757 aircraft made an emergency landing and crashed at Guyana's Chedijagan Airport. Since then, many affected passengers have been pressing the airline for refunds. Some passengers have filed complaints with the Consumers Commission, while others have written to the Guyana Civil Aviation Authority. This morning, several passengers became upset when they turned up at the airline's Georgetown office to be refunded, only to be greeted with locked doors and an empty office. In his statement, Captain Rees said the airline has been providing refunds to its customers. He said while all requests for refunds are being honored, the refunding of passengers forms part of a process that has to be checked by the company's reservations and account staff. He said some passengers would like to see the process move faster, but the airline has to be constrained by its cash and credit card business safeguards. Fly Jamaica Airways Limited operated 2 aircraft in its service between Guyana, Jamaica, Toronto, and New York. When the 757 aircraft crashed back in November, the 767 aircraft was already out of commission for scheduled servicing. It is unclear why that aircraft remains out of service. News source understands that the airline is currently seeking to source a new aircraft to restart its service. The airline could also be facing additional turbulence in its operations, as it might be forced to seek new operations license if it finds itself out of service for 6 straight months. The Department of Tourism today joined in welcoming the cruise ship Serenissima to Port Georgetown as part of a South American and Caribbean tour. The small cruise ship docked this morning with just over 100 passengers on board, including crew members. Most of the passengers are from the United Kingdom, but their voyage aboard the vessel started in Antigua. Director of Tourism Donald Sinclair told reporters this morning that Guyana is hoping to open up its tourism market to more and much larger cruise ships. He said the tourism department has implemented a task force to specifically deal with the cruise ship industry.
This is all because we put together something called a cruise visit task force, comprising all the relevant agencies: the Department of Tourism, the Tourism Authority, the GRA, the Immigration, Customs, the Civil Defense Commission, all of them. We put together all those agencies to make sure that nothing could go wrong and that the welcome would be superb.
With Guyana recently judged as the #1 ecotourism destination in the world, Mr. Sinclair said it is becoming clearer that the country will attract more visitors and tourists.
We recognize that for a cruise ship to come here, you need a number of actors in place. From the captain, who has to bring the ship into port, to everybody else along the way. GRA is important, the immigration is important, to make sure that they are processed in a speedy amount of time. Port health, important for clearing them. Then when they disembark, we have to have the tour operators, all the on the ground agencies in place.
As part of the visit to Guyana by the cruise ship, its passengers will visit the Kaieteur Falls and other tourism hotspots across the country before departing over the weekend. Across the Region is coming up next.
Guyoil is a proud Guyanese-owned and Guyanese-operated company, serving our nation for over 42 years. All the profits remain in Guyana and are used for the development of our country. So when you buy fuel and lubricants from Guyoil, you are directly contributing to Guyana's economic development. Let's continue to build this nation together. Fuel up and drive with Super 95 from Guyoil.
Fuel it up and drive!
Guyana, for the first time ever, two heavyweights in the music industry on one night, on one stage. Extra Beer presents Yardy Fete Dancehall and Soca Concert. Performing live, the youngest and hottest dancehall artist, Alkaline the Conqueror.
Feel like my gang conquer the world now.
And the hottest soca artist, Farmer
You got me hooking me if you want me to.
Get your tickets now for an affordable $3,000, stage front $15,000. Ticket location: White Castle Fish Shop, Just Your Size Boutique, Guinness Bar, Pleasant, Itel Food Shop, Durban Street, Fireside Grill and Chill, Buxton Gas Station, Dave Barker, Digicel, Starbrook Bar, Colors Boutique, Westsiders Entertainment Center, Patsy's BPAT Food Court, Sault Ste. Junction, Extra Beer Location, Starbrook Market, Sweet Point Orange Walk, and HJ Radio Station. Yardy Fete, live, Alkaline and Farmer Nappy, Soca and Dance Hall Concert on Easter Saturday, 20th April 2019 at Guyana National Stadium. Come, Corona, Guinness, Extra Beer, and Extra Energy Drink.
From local products, you could make these awesome superfoods.
We kind of pitch to them our products and we get a lot of good response from them.
We've been able to launch. It's going to develop our business.
People are looking and very interested in what is being produced locally.
GMSA's Uncapped Marketplace, Sunday, March 31st from 10 hours at the Guyana National Stadium, Providence. Admission free.
Across the region right now, an opposition senator in Trinidad and Tobago is complaining that there is an invasion by South Americans, Africans, Chinese, and CARICOM citizens into Trinidad and Tobago, and it's flooding the job market. UNC Senator Wade Mark made a statement earlier this week as he piloted a motion on unemployment in the Senate. He said about 50,000 to 60,000 people lost jobs under the current government. Yet the government was saying that it would issue ID cards to Venezuelans. Those ID cards would allow people to work for 1 year in Trinidad and Tobago. The senator said unregulated persons were coming in from those parts of the world and there was no control on the inflows of those individuals. He said he has nothing against the persons coming into the country, but they were all coming in without proper regulations being in place. In Jamaica, the murder toll in western Jamaica continues to climb, with at least 7 persons killed in St. James and 1 in Trelawney in the past 3 days. The National Security Minister said a proposal is to be brought before Parliament shortly to get support for crime-fighting measures, similar to the recently ended state of public emergency to tackle the situation in St. James in Jamaica. And finally tonight, international news. Hundreds of thousands of people have taken to the streets in Algeria to demand the resignation of President Abdelaziz Bouteflika. Estimates say crowds in the capital reached 1 million. It was the 6th successive Friday of mass anti-government protests in the country. Earlier this week, an army general called for the position of president to be made vacant, but opposition parties in Algeria said it would not guarantee free elections. Algerian police fired tear gas at crowds as they attempted to reach the president's residence. The renewed calls for the regime change come just days after Lieutenant General Ahmed Gaid Salah demanded that the president be declared unfit to rule. Demonstrations against the president began last month after the president, who has seldom been seen in public since suffering a stroke in 2013, announced that he would stand for another term. In response, he agreed not to stand for a 5th term in the upcoming elections, which have since been delayed. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. Gordon Mosley reporting.